What's up, everybody? It's your boy P from Loud Pack. Hope everybody doing all right. Just hopping back in with another video for y'all. Terrence Crawford went on IG Live yesterday, and if you don't know, that's what happened. He took the live and gave his side of the fight kind of falling apart for now and why he decided to move on. And I'm so glad he did that, man, because I'm a big Terrence Crawford fan. And even though the move he made, I didn't see it coming. I didn't really understand it. But, at the end of the day, I respected it because the man got a family to take care of. And if these people talking about giving him $10 million, then he got to secure the bag. So I get it, but now hearing him just roll the whole thing out, I'm just curious because, man, y'all was ripping Terrence, man. Y'all was ripping them, ripping them. Everybody saying, even some of the big blog sites, every tagline is Terrence is ducking, he's ducking. I mean, like I said, it's going to be rare you hear me say somebody's ducking a fight because, some of these guys from the street, now they fighting in the ring, and fighting, in my opinion, shouldn't be nothing to them. They done lost fights before. You feel me? When there wasn't no referee and there wasn't no gloves, so I just don't believe that the makeup of a fighter is really scared of another man to that extent. I'm not saying it don't happen, but you're not gonna hear me really saying like people ducking people because we don't really know what's going on behind the scene. But people was quick to jump on that when Terrence Crawford said, made his play. And it's not like he said, yo, no, I ain't fighting him. I'm going over here doing this. He said, yo, that fight can't get made. And people still couldn't understand if the fight wasn't going to happen till next year. Why wouldn't he grab a quick 10 mil? That don't make sense. People just kept saying that, oh, he ducking, oh, he didn't want to fight, I knew this. They ripping them memes, all this crazy stuff or whatever. So I'm so glad my guy came out and gave his side of the story. Not that he owed people that, but just setting the record straight, giving us 100% transparency. And that's what he did. He got into detail deeper than I thought he would do. Terrence Crawford don't really do a lot of interviews. You can see just how he move. He's kind of quiet, laid back guy, except when he around, probably his close friends and family. And I respect that. That's kind of like me, to be honest, you know what I'm saying? So I get it. But he divulged a lot of information, didn't cut no corners and didn't have to cut no corners, And if you listen to my previous video, you heard me say was Terrence Crawford the smartest one in the room. He don't got no boss. He out here making his own plays and doing his own negotiating if he chooses to. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a boxer will want to be more knowledgeable about the business side of the fight game. You know what I'm saying? You got millions of dollars on the line. You would want to have some understanding how that works. So it's like Terrence Crawford is his own man. Every man should want to be their own man. People may help you on the way up, but you get to a point where you see how the game is played and you understand. I don't really need these people to do this for me. You know what I'm saying? I can independently do it. Like I'm making music. So, once you build a brand up, Terrence Crawford, and it's interesting because Terrence Crawford didn't even have the biggest name in the fight game. You know what I'm saying? He had solid resume, but he gambled on himself and made a power play. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't willing to gamble on yourself, how can you expect other people to gamble on you? So, big shout out to him for coming out and just rolling everything out. And pretty much is what he said is what we all know. Negotiations stalled because Errol Spence has a wall to go through, when negotiating with him, which is Al Haymon. So, people talking about Terrence didn't want to fight and he jumping on this, he ducking, he this, that, and the third. But I'm just saying, Terrence Crawford is a world champion. He ain't supposed to beg nobody for nothing. He said, I wanted to talk to Earl. I wanted to talk to Al. He said 2 companies offered them $25 million a piece. Well, one offered them $25 million. He said, and the other one offered them in the range of the same thing for the fight. He said, I straight called Earl directly. Yo, Earl, this what's up. Yo, these people, they trying to pay us this up front, and on the back end we get this or whatever. And Earl, questioned about it a little bit, but kind of just brushed it off. How could you brush off $25 million guaranteed, bro? Y'all probably not gonna get that when you go through PBC. They would cut all the middlemen out. Or, maybe Earl could have paid Al Haymon out of that. I don't know, but, at the end of the day, it's just time to boss up when you get to that level and be your own boss in the game, It just is what it is. Whether you got fighters under you or not, it's time to be a boss. You know what I'm saying? Because of these reasons. I believe Errol Spence wanted to fight. I know Terrence Crawford wanted to fight. But the problem is, Errol Spence got a boss. Before Bob Arum, that was the problem for Terrence. Oh, Terrence, that's your boss, Bob Arum. Well, Al Haymon is kind of their boss. You feel me? He's the advisor, but Terrence said after, he brought the information to Earl, so we got to talk to Al. He said he brought it to Al. Al straight shot it down. He said, I ain't let nobody near this fight. Al said, I ain't let nobody near this fight. You know what I'm saying? And mind you, this was after Terrence Crawford, out his own mouth, said, yo, I knew they was trying to fuck me, and I still agreed to it because I just wanted to make the fight happen. I was confident in my skills that I will win this fight. He said, I knew they was trying to get over him. I knew Al was, tipping the scale in favor of his fighter. That's common sense. And I still agree. You know what I'm saying? And then I get the power plays from these companies. I bring that to Earl. He say we got to talk to Al. Take it to Al. Al ain't want to have no parts. Ain't want to have no parts of it. So at the end of the day, like I say, Terrence Crawford had to hold his ground and say, well, I'll move on. You can't make Spence versus Crawford without Crawford. You know what I'm saying? To me, he let them know that. So now, when negotiations happen, I think they'll be giving Terrence Crawford a little bit more respect because they know Terrence Crawford will walk. Now they know he got connections and he got people out here throwing paydays at him like that. They know Terrence Crawford will walk. And I think that's why I say, was Terrence Crawford the smartest one in the room when everybody was bashing him and talking about he ducking and this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? He got that. He got the skill set and the resume to get paid. You know what I mean? This man ain't do nothing but come in the game and win. He kept his nose clean. You ain't really hear no him in the blog, this, that, the third, no bad stuff about Terrence Crawford. When you check him out, he with his family. He with his kids. He had his kids' wrestling match, track meets. With his lady. He with his family. Family man. Which Earl is a family man too. Like I said, it ain't about really Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. You know, I'm a Terrence Crawford fan, but I like Earl. Earl, cool brother. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just, you know, pulling for Terrence Crawford in this particular fight. But, you know, when people bashing Terrence Crawford for making a power move and then trying to, like, justify it, it just didn't make no sense to me. It didn't make no sense to me. You know what I mean? Because I know I got some possible money hanging over here, but I got some show. I'm going for the show money. Because people got to eat. And time is ticking, you know. Time waits for no man. So time is ticking, you know. So at the end of the day, the whole thing is just like a debacle. I mean, these guys got a chance of making history, and they playing around with it like, oh, it ain't nothing. You know, it blows me away. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? I'm just happy that Terrence Crawford came out and gave his side of the story. You know, he ended it with he's still willing to make the fight. I mean, of course, why wouldn't he be? Why wouldn't him fight? Why would him fighting in December mean that he don't want to fight Earl no more? That don't make sense. That don't make sense. He didn't say, oh, December is my last fight, then I'm retiring. He didn't say that. So he doubled down on it. Look, we still gonna make the Errol Spence fight. You know, like he said, if I'm successful and if Earl is successful, then we can still make the fight. That's the only thing that can derail this fight, is one of them taking the L. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, you know, they're going to fight eventually at some point in time, hopefully sooner than later, but I just can't see them not meeting up, their paths crossing in the ring. You know what I'm saying? There's too many people that want to see this fight. So, you know, but I don't know, man. I'm just, like I said, I'm just glad he came out and gave his side. Now people with common sense, even if you are an Errol Spence fan, you can see ain't nobody ducking nobody really. You know what I'm saying? I mean, in my opinion, I believe that they do want to fight each other. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it's a lot of people on the way right now. You know, a lot of people on the way, but, you know, how can you be mad at Terrence Crawford for wanting to talk to the boss and wanting some transparency on it? You know, he was asking Al things that a boxer probably never asked Al before. But hey, that ain't his problem. Like you say, I'm the man. I want to know what's going on. You know, and another thing, not having no guarantee for a fight of this magnitude. I never heard of a fight being this big and they can't guarantee you no cash. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, it's a mess. The best thing they can do is what Terrence Crawford attempted to do, is sit down with Earl, just him and Earl, or call Earl, however, and them two figure out where they need to go to make this fight happen and get paid and leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Business, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Al Haymon gonna be mad. You know, yes, people gonna be mad, but y'all gotta do what y'all gotta do. You know what I'm saying? This man possibly blocked Earl from getting $25 million, which would guarantee been his biggest payday ever. You know what I'm saying? to this point and you don't got a problem with that, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. And then you factor in, it's possible to be a trilogy. So it's just a lot of money on the table when it comes to this fight. I had no idea that people was throwing that type of money on the table to see this fight, but the money is out there. I'm glad it happened because now, it's putting these big promotions on notice that there's some players out here that's trying to shake up the game. They got bread. Some of these big promotions don't have the bread that we thought they had. They going down. So it is people out here with some bread and they fight fans and they want to see these top fights. So shout out to them. But anyway, man, if y'all seen the live, hop in the comments, let me know what y'all think. Whether you're a Terrence Crawford fan or Errol Spence fan, as long as you're making sense. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, me personally, I'm glad Terrence came out and gave his side of what's going on. So we heard it from the horse's mouth. But y'all make sure y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, all that YouTube stuff, that good YouTube stuff. They say that you gotta say on every video for real, but it is what it is. Shout out to my subs. Like I say, man, I'm on this road to 500. Almost there. Got a little ways to go, but I'm getting closer. So I appreciate the love. So shout out to my subs. All of them, my new ones, my old ones, friends, my family, whoever rocking with the kid. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all check me out on IG at Loud Pack Boxing. You can check me out at the Jab Effect on IG. Me and my partner Combo Breaker 99, we over there. Doing some more boxing talk and boxing related content. So yeah, but that's all I really got, man. So like I always say, man, y'all be safe, stay out the way. It's your boy P and I'm out.